about the Arabs themselves. Who were the Arabs? Where did they come from? There are basically three kinds of Arabs which existed in the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The first ones are known as the ancient Arabs. And these were the nations of Ad and Thamud, which are mentioned in the Quran. So these were the original nations which were living once, long time ago, in the Arabian Peninsula. And these were highly sophisticated civilizations, both of which were destroyed because of their rebellious nature and because of their denial of the great prophets which were sent to these nations by Allah. These nations worshipped idols, they denied the prophets, they were punished by God, and even to this day their ruins are present in southern and northern Arabia, namely the ancient civilization of Petra, which, when the Arabs would travel, they were able to see this great civilization. So those were the original Arabs, but those were destroyed. So we do not have any trace of those Arabs, the ancient Arabs. The second kind of Arab which was present in Arabia were the original Arabs. They were known as the original Arabs, who came from the south, from Yemen, and who spoke the Arabic language and who lived in the desert. And it is their children who spread all over Arabia, even in the cities of Mecca and Medina later on. So these are the original Arabs who came from Yemen in the south, and they are known as the pure Arabs, or the original Arabs, from whom we get the Arab culture, Arabic language, and so on and so forth. And then the third kind were the Arabized Arabs. So these are like the people who had immigrated to Arabia. They were not originally Arabs, but they had immigrated and settled in Arabia and learned the Arabic language and the culture and become part of the Arab society. And this is where Ishmael fits into the picture. Remember, in the last episode we said Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, had two sons. The first one was Ishmael and the second one was Isaac, and through Isaac we have the Israelite nation. But what happened to Ishmael was that when he was very young, God, or Allah, ordered Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, to leave his second wife, which is Hagar, and his firstborn, Ishmael, take them away from Palestine and leave them near Mecca. And at that time, Mecca was not a city. It was a barren land. It was a desert area, and nobody lived in Mecca. So imagine Abraham, how God tested him with his family and told him to leave his newborn and his beloved wife in the middle of nowhere. So he left them there because he was obedient to God's orders. And when the water ran out and the food ran out, the mother of Ishmael, Hagar, she started running between these two hills called Safa and Marwa, which are still present in Mecca, and the Muslims go and visit them. And actually these are part of the Hajj rituals, the pilgrimage rituals, which we still have to do. The Muslims also have to run between these two mountains like Hagar did in search of water. And then by the miracle of Allah, an angel appeared who with his wing, or with his heel, hit the earth, the ground, and a spring of water came out from the ground. And this is in Mecca, and this water is called the Zamzam water. The Zamzam water, and it is still running for thousands of years since that time. This water is the life source for the people of Mecca and the surrounding areas. So what happened is that, this was a miracle, and they had a water well, or a stream of water running near Mecca. So one of the tribes from the original Arabs, remember, from the Yemen area, they were passing by this area and they noticed the birds circling a particular spot, which in desert life means that there is water around that area. That's what attracted the birds. So they went and investigated, and to their surprise, they found this woman and this baby, and next to them is this water stream. So they were amazed because they had traveled through this land near Mecca many times. They never saw anything like that over there. So they asked Hagar if they can stay with them. Hagar said, the water belongs to me, so I'm the owner of the well because God gave me this miracle. But if you want to stay with me and settle with me in this area, you're more than welcome to do so. So this tribe, which was known as the Jurhum tribe started living in Mecca with Ishmael, the baby, and his mother Hagar. And this is where Ishmael, peace be upon him, grows up, and he learns the Arabic language, and he gets married later on to the women of the Jurhum tribe. And so, he and his family merge with these original Arabs, even though he himself is not an Arab. His father Abraham, was not an Arab. So this is the third category of Arabs who later on come from Ishmael, and the merge between him and the original Arabs, and these are known as the Arabized Arabs. And the tribe of Quraysh, which we will learn later on, is the tribe of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, came from this merge. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was the direct descendant of Ishmael through this merge. So Ishmael marries a woman from Jurhum and then settles there, and from his children come the dwellers of Mecca. So Mecca became a city after that. Before this incident, there was nobody living there. So this was the plan of Allah to make Mecca an important city, to inhabit it with righteous people, with the children of Abraham, and to start a new nation, which we now call the Arab nation. So I hope in this episode you were able to understand the political significance of the time in the year 570 CE, with the great Persian and Roman empires who are at their decline, in their dying stages, but yet extremely powerful and savage. And also the Arabian Peninsula, the geography of the area, the difficulty of life in this area, and finally the three kinds of Arabs which we know of: the original Arabs or the ancient Arabs, and then the original Arabs from Yemen or the south of Arabia, and then the Arabized Arabs, who were naturalized Arabs, who came from the family of Abraham and then merged with the original Arabs to form this great nation which we know as Arabs today. So with that, we will stop here, and in our next session we will talk about the tribes of Arabia, and in particular the most significant tribe, the chief of all the tribes, the Quraysh tribe. And also we're going to talk about the religions of Arabia. So with this, we will end this fourth session of Islam Unplugged. I hope that you're all enjoying these sessions and you're learning. And with that, we will part till the next session. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace be upon all of you.